Hey there, we're the Markhams, Chris, Andrea, and our adventure dog, Emmy. We're combat veterans who met in Afghanistan, sold our house after 7 amazing years, and now we're hitting the road to explore every corner of America. From stunning national parks to hidden caves, we're on a non-stop adventure, making memories and chasing sunsets. Set off on an unforgettable adventure across America with us and our dog, Emmy. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any moments. Alright, so it's bright and early. Emmy and I are trying to get in a quick walk before my parents get down here. Sorry about the road noise, because my mom and I are going on a mother-daughter trip down to Alamo, Texas to go check on both of our tiny homes. Surprise! If you haven't seen the news yet, we bought a tiny home down in Texas. No, we are not done with full-time RVing, but they got some bad weather recently, so we're going to go check on both houses, make sure they're good to go. This gives me the opportunity to do a lot of measuring now that the owners aren't in it anymore, because we're the owners now. So yeah, Emmy and I are getting in a quick walk. Mom and I played a trivia game up at the Delta desk, and we got upgraded to first class seats on our flight to Harlingen. Welcome to our new to us Texas tiny home. Tucked away in sunny southern Texas resort, this little gem was built back in 1995 and measures 37 feet long by 12 feet wide. But don't let the size fool you, it's packed with potential. Step inside and you're greeted by a surprisingly spacious living room, plenty of room to kick back and relax and really make it our own. Next up is our cute little kitchen. It's got great bones and we're excited to give it some love and personality. Let's talk about the resort. It's packed with awesome amenities. We're talking a pool, hot tub, RC, racetrack, golf course, dances, you name it, they probably have it. We know that this little house needs some TLC, but we can't wait to get back down here this winter and start remodeling and truly making it our home. Now the bathroom needs some love, but we're ready for the challenge. And check this out. Our bedroom, it actually can fit a king-size bed. That's right, comfort meets compact living. Oh, and it even came with a shed, which is perfect for all of Chris's tools and mobile RV tech parts. It's going to be a total game changer. One of our other favorite features, this massive deck. It's the perfect spot for morning coffee, sunset chats, and Emmy roaming and sunbathing her little heart out. So I just wanted to give a quick little show of how close we are to like the pool and the hot tub and the main hall building where they do like craft shows, events, dances, that kind of stuff. And then this is my parents' house that they have, and that's our house right there. Nice and close to everything. While Andrew was down in Texas, Chris was holding down the fort back home, taking care of Emmy, juggling work, and keeping everything running smoothly. It wasn't easy, especially when a tornado warning hit, and yes, an actual tornado touched down just a few miles from our RV park. But in the middle of all that chaos, one thing that really stood out is the amazing village of neighbors we have where we are. While Chris was at work, our neighbors took Emmy with them to the safety shelter, sent updates to Andrea, and made sure that Emmy was safe. It's moments like that where you realize just how special this place is and the people that are in it. We're so grateful for their actions and concerned to keep our dog safe. Mom and I are going across to Mexico. What are we going for?
A dog bed.
Emmy is spoiled.
Yes, she is.
There's the fence. Way up there. After checking on both of our tiny homes, we decided to walk across the Progreso International Bridge from Texas into Mexico. This is one of the easiest and most popular border crossings for a quick day trip. The bridge connects Progreso, Texas to Nuevo Progreso, Mexico, and it's totally walkable. You just park on the US side, pay a small fee, and off you go. As you walk across, you'll get some pretty cool views of the Rio Grande. The vibe of this little town is very upbeat and colorful. It's a great spot to stroll, shop, and grab a bite. If you're ever in South Texas, this little border town is definitely worth the walk.
So I am on my way to pick up Andrea from the airport. She is 4 hours later, 3.5 hours later than what she was normally supposed to, because thank you, Delta. So I'll be picking her up at like 9 p.m.-ish compared to 5:30 p.m., whatever it was supposed to be. I'm annoyed because I'm usually in bed by like 7:30. It's way past my bedtime, and she is worse than me with her sleep. So she's probably sleeping on the plane. Who knows? I think I'm an old man. She's an old woman. Figured we don't need to do any custody exchange between her parents and me. We just pick her up at the airport, roll home. We were going to do dinner with her parents, do the custody exchange at the restaurant. I guess she just has to roll with me, not her parents. Hopefully she's okay with that.
Alright, so I'm home from Alamo, obviously. Back in the RV. But the reason that my mom and I went down to Alamo was mainly to check on both of our park model houses, because they had some really bad storms and flooding happen within the park, and we wanted to make sure that the houses were good and didn't need anything done to them. Thankfully, they were fine. Neither house had any damage. There was no flooding, so thankfully our houses sit up high enough and we didn't have to worry about any of that. And it's a really good thing that I did go down. One, to do a whole lot of measuring. I'm not sure if you can see this, but a whole lot of measuring. I don't think there was anything I didn't measure within that house. That's how much measuring I did. So like every room, the bedroom, bathroom, the kitchen, the main living area, the deck, the shed. I took tons and tons of pictures, so when we were down there in February, the owners were still in it. And it's kind of awkward to like go through someone's house and be like, hey, can I invade your privacy and look through all the cupboards and closets and take pictures and measure everything? Like, can you get out so I can measure stuff? I think I had maybe 4 or 5 photos of the inside of the house, and they were just quick snap, not great, but it got the gist done and helped us from there. And then my mom was like, hey, we should go down and check on the houses. And I was like, yes. So I did a whole lot of measuring. And then while we were down there, I was able to pick up our title. So that's exciting. I got our title. I was actually able to go, so they have RV storage sites. So I went and looked at all the storage sites, brought a tape measure with, because we are one of the biggest RVs in there, if not the biggest. Their sites are 35 feet long, I think. The concrete pad is 35 feet long, and they're back-to-back storage sites. So, but last winter when we were there, the back side, which is the harder side to maneuver into, if you're just like a travel trailer or a small Class C or something like that, or a van, you'd have no problem. For us to be able to maneuver into the site on the back side, there's no way. So my mom helped me measure, and we found a site that had limited obstructions and on the front and the back and the sides, because we will need a clear front to be able to pull forward, to reposition, because of course it's like a 90-degree back in. I have faith in my husband. You're so lucky. But I sent him a video of the one I thought would be the best fit, and he approved it. So in January, when you see our YouTube, if he complains, he approved this. what else did I do? Yeah, so I booked our storage site while I was down there, which I'm really glad I did because no one informed us that we had to book that ahead of time. So that's good. And then because we do have so much remodeling that we're going to be doing, I booked the same site that we were in when we went down to visit in February next to my parents. I booked that site again for a month just because there is a lot of things that we want to do to the house before we even get in it. Like the carpet is scary, disgusting. So that needs to go. We're going to have flooring done. The rest of it can really be done while we're in it and making the changes. But I'm also a weirdo and I refuse to sleep in the bed that's in there. I don't know like why, that's just how I am. I'm not sleeping in someone else's bed. So we will not be in there until the flooring is done and there's at least our own bed, which of course we have to order a bed frame and a bed because we live in an RV. We don't own a bed frame or a bed, and we're not going to take out our bed out of here and put it into the house because that's a lot of work. And quite frankly, I'm not sure it fits through the doors anymore. I got that all squared away while I was down there. I also got our gate opener while I was down there. I did a lot while we were down there. And then I was able to pick up they left roof papers on the counter for us. They had redone the metal roof this says 21 and 22. I'm assuming the winter of 21 to 22. So the roof is only 3 years old, give or take. I have not gone through this. I will let Chris go through it because that's probably more of his info than mine. But yeah, I did a lot in the 2 days Mom and I were down there. And that, also we went to Mexico. We went to Hobby Lobby. I don't know why, but we did because we were looking for stuff. But I didn't find anything that I was looking for. Mom found some stuff. What else? We just explored. We went to a new side of town that we hadn't been to. Mom hadn't been to it yet. Just a lot of measuring. A lot of measuring. But any questions, let us know. We'd be more than happy to share about how the park model and the resort that we're at works. We're excited. I literally cannot wait to get back down there and start ripping the old stuff out. Oh, another thing I wanted to say. It is common practice for the old owners to leave everything in the park model. Majority of those park models, if you're looking at those types of communities, from my understanding, what we've been told, it's common practice that people just leave their stuff for the next person. It's good and bad. We're going to be getting rid of probably almost everything that's in there. What we don't want, we'll put on the curb, and I'm sure someone else will take it because we've heard that happens quite a bit. But yeah, that is very common practice for them to leave the park model fully furnished. Thanks for joining us on another adventure. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button so you don't miss any of the fun. See you next time.